So you can see from the video, really what bystander effect is this idea that everyone assumes that somebody else will deal with the problem or the issue. We are likely to, in the same way that we are more likely to take a risk in a group, we're also less likely to take a risk if we do not have a connection with the group. So if there's a group of you and you see somebody, you might help out. But if you're in a group of strangers, it's not likely that you will actually step up and render aid unless the person is like you. That's the essence of a bystander effect. So in large part, we've really talked about in this unit the effects of face-to-face interactions. How do you change your behavior when you're with a group, whether it's friends or family or whatever, but there are other aspects of the social psychology that we have to look into. So in society, the question of how much do each of these affect your behavior and in what ways do they affect it? In a minute, you guys are going to break up into your groups. I'll give you a few minutes after we finish the notes on that for you guys to discuss as we go through that, and then you guys will take your quiz. So I kind of want to do like a setup on each one of those. So media and the social idea, the idea of social psychology, media is essentially anything like movies or news or television shows or music that you watch. So it's how does that affect you? How do you affect behavior because of what you see or view on television? Social media is slightly different because then that gets into your interactive things like Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and those kind of things. The next set, we get into those face-to-face interactions. So friends and family, how does a friend relationship versus a family relationship change your behavior? What's different? Do you behave the same with your friends as you do with your family? So all those things kind of factor in to what behaviors and attitudes and actions and prejudices that you have. So kind of look at those first four: media, social media, friends, and family. And in your little groups that you're getting together with, talk about the idea of how each one of those can impact your views on the world, your behaviors. What happens when they become in conflict? So what happens if your family sees you behaving in a way with your friends or on social media that does not line up with their expectations for you? Like, how do you handle it when there's that kind of conflict? The last one under the summary is cultural expectations. This is going to get into the area of the laws of the land. So what are the rules when you're here at school? What are the rules when you're out in the world? What do your particular cultural beliefs hold? Whether that's religion or your nationality, your ethnic heritage, how do those cultural expectations affect your behavior? How do they change you, set you apart, make you perhaps different or the same with your peers? So go ahead and get into your groups at this point and discuss these things right here and answer that question.